Nigerian troops on fighting and clearance patrol code-named Operation Tiger Claw on Tuesday swooped on Boko Haram terrorists at Gerare village in Kukua local government area of Borno State, northeast Nigeria. The operation followed a confirmed intelligence report on the convergence and massing up of the dislodged sect members at Gerare village with the intent of carrying out attack on some isolated communities. During the ensuing operation, 42 Boko Haram terrorists were killed, while a confirmed number of the insurgents escaped the gunshot wounds. Similarly, 38 women and 42 children held captives were rescued from the insurgents and taken to the military medical facility in Baga for checks. They were further assisted with food and clothing. The patrol team also recovered 504 rounds of 7.62mm NATO ammunition, 162 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 1 Land Cruiser Jeep, 34 jerrycans of premium motor spirit PMS, and automated gas oil AGO, while 55 motorcycles were demobilized during the operation. The troops have continued to intensify vigilance and maintain high level of alertness, and they are making concerted efforts to clear the remnants of the terrorists in their area of responsibilities. And in a related development, suspected elements of Boko Haram terrorists at the early hours of yesterday attacked Bakin Dushe community, in which they killed 1 person and injured 4 others. The Senate has directed the executive arm of government to release funds for the provision of basic needs of the internally displaced persons, IDPs, in the country. The matter, which came under matters of urgent national importance from a senator from Borno Central Senatorial District, Senator Baba Kaga Gabai, expressed concern about the plight of children who bear the brunt of insurgency and are suffering from malnutrition. The motion enjoyed the support of many senators who said now is the time to act to save the nation's young population from dying. The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, approved the prayers in the motion but was quick to add that pledges made towards the victims' support fund must be remitted to help give a meaningful life to the affected children.
The Senate is disturbed that from January to May 2016, UNICEF has admitted and treated 2,530 children in Borno State for acute malnutrition, with a total of 47,423 children from Adamawa, Borno and Yobe were treated of acute malnutrition under the same period.
We must ensure and address the federal government to find the money and provide so that we can begin to address this. And the committee that we have charged with the responsibility should kindly also follow up to see and ensure that the resolutions that we have passed today are being implemented.
The Senate Committee on Special Duties is expected to visit the affected areas as well as work with the executive to find a solution to the matter. And the Red Chamber also called for the proper coordination of the distribution of funds to ensure that it gets to the affected persons. And moving on to business. The Naira yesterday suffered heavily at the parallel market, depreciating by 7 Naira against the dollar. Further investigations revealed that the parallel market exchange rate rose from 268 Naira per dollar on Tuesday to 375 Naira per dollar at the close of business on Wednesday. The sharp depreciation was triggered by increased scarcity of the nation's currency in the interbank market, and the lack of dollar supply in the interbank market was aggravated by lack of intervention dollar sales by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), causing the naira to depreciate by 12 in the market in 10 days. However, the naira appreciated yesterday at the interbank spot market, with the interbank exchange rate dropping to 294 Naira 23 kobo per dollar from 294 Naira 57 kobo on Monday. Traders had expected the central bank to intervene to ease dollar shortages, but that did not materialize, and commercial banks had been quoting to trade the dollar as low as 295 Naira 50 kobo yesterday. On Monday, currency traders introduced a maximum resale premium on dollar trades to try to boost liquidity after a transaction made without spreads sent the naira tumbling to a record intraday low. Investors have welcomed the removal of currency controls, but many are still steering clear until Africa's biggest economy shows signs of concrete recovery. A total of 579.3 million has been sold in futures contracts ranging between 1 month and 1 year. A 1-month contract from $26.7 million due on July 27th was sold at 279 naira. In non-deliverable forward markets, the 1-month naira dollar forward was quoted at 314 naira 50 kobo. The 1-year contract fell as low as 345 naira 13 kobo per dollar. And on the black market, the naira was quoted at 368 naira on Wednesday. We'll go on a short break. Foreign news and sports when we return. Stay tuned.